I like to take us to a more high level um, space of thinking before coming down to the, to the granular stuff. Is that when we think about how systems um, that feed into systems of employment are set up, and the overarching system of capitalism that ranks human beings by their capacity for labor. Um, when you look at how that system is set up and how certain people are afforded economic opportunities to earn a living and thereby basically become more worthy human beings, then you can see very quickly how LGBTQ people who, on the basis of their gender identity or sexual orientation, are already cast as non-human. You can see how people like that will be denied access to a system that ranks people's humanity. So I think we need to start from the perspective of understanding that LGBTQ people have already been on the outside of a system that is now seeing even further collapse. And again, the two questions that come up for me is, what do we do? What do we do about the fact that we have people who were already not able to access this and were already in this position that many people now are finding themselves in because of a system that is busy collapsing? Um, thinking about that, then on top of that, does the impact of the collapse of the system further marginalize people, or does it not even make a difference because they were never in the first place? Um, so I when the reason why I'm framing it that way is because I want us to think about just how far back certain communities, certain marginalized communities are, um, before something like this has even started to happen, when we have to consider what the solutions are for people like that. So when you can't lose something that you didn't have in the first place. A lot of people are losing jobs, they are losing income, they are losing homes, they're losing. We're talking about people who never had these things in the first place. So how do we look at the conditions that we find ourselves in now and ask ourselves, at how far back do we need to go in order to say, at this point is where we start looking for how we can fix this thing?